Okay, we start today is 25, right? Today maybe I'm not going to talk. We're going to do some prayer, okay? Therefore, you can do Refuge Bodhicitta, then Heart Sutra.
Okay.
Then we're going to recite more Mixte Maha, and I will explain a little bit how to meditation. Especially today, we can do like we receive the blessing for the method. Okay? Yep.
Okay. Page 7, Refuge and Bodhicitta. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. Page 23, Heart Sutra. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time. The Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom. Because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the three times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering since it is not false should be known as a truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata, gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, Well said, O child of the lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One.
Okay. Jada tiringazo mixe manan deve lingazo sharap dratan kortezi bandogindasi. Kodre.
Almost.
Ale. Ta tirishidangazo nyengarawa anen sok ta tsudrewa. Sok ta meso ta tiringazo mixe manan deve ngazo sharap dratan jerwa. O tene kortezi gomjagindasi.
So since it is 25th, the Tsok day, Lama Zopa Tsok day, and since we are not going to be able to do the Tsok, so we'll just do some practice related with the Miktema and to develop the 5 wisdoms.
Oje, 제가 맞아요. 로종 가로. 로종 가로. 로종 지지 저와라 샵대 대가도 가로. 지요 다사지 내요. 하고요.
And this?
그래. 로종 때 지야라다 간지 텔라 샵대 못 보시고 되죠. 그럼 가로. 다 간지 로종 배날 로종 para 같이 알아 뒤가 샵대 다시 오겠어요.
Oh, yeah. So there is a saying that, we have to do lots of prayers or practices, prayers and practices, to be able to do our studies. So there says that if you want to do a handful of studies, then you have to do an armful of practices or prayers.
제가 지름보치행마다 시당 오메타와 아니 삼다치 아니 에지든 잠벨라 아니 아베 트와지 다테는 등무도 시키나 소름 소사고도스 아니 고카출레 페네 아니 맨다 붐사네 슈와이바레.
So like Lama Tsongkhapa, did some composition, and then he asked Manjushri about it, and then he says, no, the way you did is not correct, and you need to create more merit, to do it properly. So you should, go and create more merit, and then that's why he went to the Wagacholing, place, called Wagacholing, where he did 100,000 mandala offerings to accumulate more merits.
제가 소주고 로종 야포 용약 제가 아니 소주 딱가로 예던 걸 하러 쏘와 땀네 아니 안 소는 것도 야포 싸고 들어와.
And so in order to be able to have a good study, or successful study, one should accumulate merit in relation to one's deity.
제가 다 들은 것도 두세다. 담보변나 다 남쪽 가달하잖아요. 나지 친구도 소식 살답지. 소식도 다 소식으로 나간지. 아니 가대 유가 추서야 돼. 강들다 아니 사이네. 뱀무즘베가 다 강들 진 통남만 답답해. 예동 와도 되지 있어요. 근데 되는 단다 자서 자와 샴방 공부 아니 그 너물라 마파야게 남바치네 슈다와이 바치. 아니 대투가달아야 아니 셰고서로 이 대나네 마 아니 땅가서 중고서다 같은데 집 전업 가보 시용 아니 지압서도 되는 마 펩션 수수인데 똑같더라야 아니 생기지 뭐지 티 당라 슉 어떻게 섬다고 해 봤어.
So we're going to do this practice in relation to the Gandhal Hajama, the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga, or the 100 deities of the Tushita. And so here you visualize the Gandhin or the joyous pure land, the pure land of Buddha Maitreya, and there it's very beautiful, very attractive, beautiful and pleasant place. And in the center of that place is the celestial mansion of Buddha Maitreya. And then in the front, like a front yard, there is like a garden in the front yard. There's a Buddha Maitreya sitting on the throne. and at his heart, visualize Lama Tsongkhapa and the two disciples. So like like a mirror at his heart, and then from there you see on the puff of a cloud, you see Lama Tsongkhapa and the two disciples. And then when you recite the verse, the first verse, from Tushita's 100 scores of deities, and when you recite that, start reciting, then at that time visualize or imagine the Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples descending down to us from the heart of Buddha Maitreya, and then resides or doers just above your forehead, at the level up for your forehead, on a snow-lined throne. Lama Tsongkhapa sitting on a Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples on a snow-lined throne. The three thrones, the center one is Lama Tsongkhapa, and then on each side are the two disciples.
대야 곰자다 진도 안에 가로 뭐랑가 싸벨로 많이 발라 안 남바 안에 단다 가로 안에 지름부터 남바가 안에 조금 다 지도 왔어.
Then also there's another way, there's a two way, there's a few ways, of meditating. One way is to think that Lama Tsongkhapa is one's one root guru in appearing in the aspect of Lama Tsongkhapa.
아니 야 제발 아니 다 Lama Tsongkhapa Lama Tsongkhapa 뇌에다가 아니 소주 단대가 있다 간지 소주 주는 것도 이제 따라만 가네나 대야지 gelong 나 받지네 휴요사 받지 어떤지 검자다지 가서 군도 송소와.
Another way is also to visualize one's guru in front of Lama Tsongkhapa. Other way is to visualize Lama Tsongkhapa at the back, and then in front of Lama Tsongkhapa is one's root guru.
제다야 소소 따벨라마든 제거와이자 아니 절럽기다 집바토도 따벨라마서 요거요. 근데 내가 잡아서와.
And so, since it is the root guru from whom you receive the blessings, and therefore it becomes important, to either think, of Lama Tsongkhapa being the guru in nature and in the aspect of Lama Tsongkhapa, or visualize the guru in front of Lama Tsongkhapa.
또 전에는 간도 대다 마시는 예라 된다 저가 가달라지다 마한다 대사가 잘라야 간도 다 아니 소원 되는 다 아니 솔루션을 시당 못 보여 왔다 뭐나 왕지트지 아니 솔루션이다 아니 셔럽 아니 그러고 셔럽자 두서지고 솔루션 아니 어떤데 못 보여서 봤어 아니 람 용조라 솔루션이 거네 아니 또 못 보도
당보도 걸어서
당보도 와 슈지 아니 라메 와 그는 수도 와 거네 솔루션다 치지 아니 이바데 아니 셔럽 다 자와 냐와 사와 델로스 바다 셔럽 도조 아니 소소질라 솔루션 와 치지 선바데다 람 용조라 지 아니 시질라 베거네 셔서니 되게 섬여서 와
So then after that, you recite the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga prayers, which is actually the 7 prayers, right? Starting with the invocation, inviting Lama Tsongkhapa and two disciples, to take place in the space in front of you, and then after that you make, so this here is starting with the request, to live long. And then after that, you make prostration, then you make offerings, then you do the confession or purification, and then the rejoicing, and then again, you're requesting, to turn the wheel of Dharma or teach, and then after that is the dedication. So, once after that, then you do the, practice, of receiving the blessings. So the first one, receiving the blessing in a form of the initiation, and so as an initiation, you receive the blessing as initiation. Then the other way is, the second, is to receive the blessings in the form of the 5 wisdoms, like the great wisdom, the clear wisdom, the swift wisdom, and so forth. And then the third one, is to request, for the blessings, of the entire paths.
아주도 가달라지는 거 단다 라바는 소소 삼노다 갈에 진 가달라지 도셔와. And
so then, as now you're going to recite the Lama Tsongkhapa Guru Yoga prayer. As you recite, do that visualization that I just explained, right?
Okay, I found this on the web for site that I just explained. Check it.
What? Someone's going
Siri is talking back to me.
someone's talking the Siri. Okay. Okay, recite.
From hundreds of gods, protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap curd like cloud. O Losang Dragpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable gurus smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine, as supreme merit field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear, and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light, perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted 3 vows, each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned 8 mundane concerns, made life essence-full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine. May it make Venerable Losang Dragpa's essential teachings especially shine forever.
Oh yeah, 다 내려도 다 지나서 변하리. 아니 단대 지름 보시고 쇼라 아니 단다 이선 잠배야. 아니 줌발라 아니 바바 셔레즈. 아니 투라야. 아니 배차나도지. 어떤 리선 방고 서레스.
And also now visualize Avalokiteshvara on Lama Tsongkhapa's forehead, and then Manjushri at his throat and Vajrapani at his heart.
어떻게 당간도 아니 담보 아니 마타바 사베체다 아니 간도 현업시하지라 아니 미세만 돼 아니 뒤에다 좀 배우고 that's.
And then now in order to clarify, the impurities, and now we're going to do the visualization of nectar flowing, and purifying, through the recitation of Mitsima.
다들 집에 갈라 누구잖아. 아니 지하서 선가니 투카네 아니 고절 까보레죠. 대소소라 마말레비게다 더 파차는 되지. 된데는 소소 슈트도 마 아니 쇼지 소소라 마 탐지라고. 아니 대야 네 마쇼네 소소지제 다지 링아예스미 되다 버전아 쳐봐. 정말가 다네다 다네 나 라리핀 소소 리더 비 사원로 변나 나도 지 셔돔 거 선도 거지 되는지 다송 삼고 그랬어.
And now visualize a light coming from the heart of the Lama Tsongkhapa and 2 disciples, like the 3 stream of light from each of their hearts, and then it merges into one in a stream of light right above your crown, and then then one single stream of light enters into your body, through your crown hole, and purifies all the negativities, all the negativities, all the diseases, all the hindrances, all the spirit harms, and so forth. And now your body becomes very clean, like a transparent glass.
뭐다 텔라 안에 마타바 쳐봐서 이 말이야. 마타바 쳐봐. 담보 셔럽 마트가 내가 마타베다 소실리 나였으면 땀아 주고 그러고서.
And so that's like cleaning or washing away, the impurities, from your body before you develop the wisdoms.
왜 당은도만 다 두르게 삼게 다 지나서 미세마 당기 더선 배줘 치기 치고다 미세마 당기 되게 더선 배줘 치기 치고다.
So as you recite in the Mixema, and then keep on doing the visualization, of that, and you do the recitation while reciting the Mixema, do the visualization.
뭐야, 당가도 봐지 까마 줄라 상이다.
So we're going to do that, for about 10 minutes.
Okay. 미메테 대신션데 대면점배 오번점배요. 도보만은 저도 선배다. 가정에 어떻게 통과발로다 더 잘라서 와는 미메테. 대야 저도 잠깐 들어 탑시 막아. 잠깐 들어 탑시 마치스. 또때 무슨 배정체 내가 심부를 선보다.
So don't pay attention, on the count, just pay more focus, on the visualization.
아니 측대 맞지와 제 측대 여기도 된다든 맞지. 무슨 배정 맞아. 되는 것이 잠깐 섬 담고스.
And so keep on reciting the verse and do the visualization. Don't count how many times you recite it.
Okay. 미메테 대신션데 대면점배 오번점배요. 말렌저도 선배다. 가정에 배트제 통과발로다 더 잘라서 와는 미메테. Oh yeah, that is ma shone and so leg pilinga yasumji mata ve chama chaza mata ne pil subo de pe yambo ro ngando subo tu sa ne tul level kabla yak subo kambo ro chi dewo shu cha yo ne ro cha so sam go res.
And so now, with that visualization, of the nectar flowing down into your body, that purifies, all the negativities, of your body, speech, and mind, and your body becomes very light, and fresh. Just like when you come out of taking a shower or bath, your body feels very fresh and light. Just imagine like that.
Hey.
다 뒤에 거는 다 지금 다 뒤에 땅도 샤랍 들어가는데 다 샤랍 들어가다 아니 끼 거는 샤랍 쳐봐 들어가서 돼 버려 당보대.
And so now is accomplishing or achieving the wisdom. So the first thing is through the body.
다들 좀 아니 되게 잖아. 다 아니 당연하지 아니 지선 아니 다 그러고. Lama Tsongkhapa yapsasamji tukhaani ane gozar marsar kinda baayong kores. Te maa chunde ane dusu chunde soso la atam, soso la maatamchi. Soso la paatam debichara ane ti jisun jambaya namba paakar. Ane jisun nambi jambaya namba chasama tiga ya gob shochi samala chugne. Ane shochi sanje shanchu samba tam chuchi kerab nam. Ane chil ane jisun jambaya ki namba chene. ane soso la tsu tamne. ane soso jelaya. ane ramjong surab ane tado la toba mebi ane sharab chebaje toba shinjelapson sami otu chene ta gisama drangi ringom jagundu was.
Now imagine the light like yellowish red, which is like orange light emanating from the heart of the Lama Tsongkhapa and 2 disciples. Again, merges into one stream of orange light, and then that enters into your body, and then your body also turns into orange, like the body of the Manjushri. And then from there, the light radiates towards all the 10 directions, and that 10 direction towards all the Buddhas of the 10 directions. And then from there you hook back or bring back all the wisdoms of all the Buddhas of the 10 directions. Sangye 탐지기.
아니 졸업 안에 ramjo 다 소소가 베나. 소람 타도라야 안 토바메 비 샤랍 chebajan toba 신jelapson sam고레스.
그런데 월수 팀거래.
다 고수 통고다. 고도 끼나 바지. 고도 다 끼나 바. 고도 투면 끼나 바지.
수 거래고 넘어.
아니 다 지선 잠배 끼나 바지 수술 투요담. 에토모 담ala 아니 소수 jelaya 간지 소람 타달라 토바메 비 샤랍 아니 랍체바 토바 신jelapson sam고도.
And then so the light shines or radiates towards the Buddhas of the 10 directions, and then from their heart again the light their wisdom, their infinite wisdom, the wisdom of knowing the infinite things, right? Infinite knowledges, infinite qualities, or infinite scriptures, like that, infinite things. So that wisdom comes in the form of a Manjushri body. So in the Manjushri body, and that dissolves, dissolves into your body, and that thereby you receive the blessings of this wisdom, knowing the infinite things.
What mixama drangi cha mixama kale china ta te dosamba ju chanda. So tam mixama mambo dai tapshi matches some time.
So next, this is the next visualization you should do while reciting mixema again.
Oh, yes. And that Tela Carzo, and Carino. Another tie, Chevy. There was Chevy of Sadrava. Oh, yeah, the Chevy. And that any kind of key going any Chevy of the drive, but it to the Kundua.
And so with that, you developed, the great wisdom through body.
Anybody,
Holy
any
body.
song going any sharp Savas at the time to yours.
And next, is developing a clear wisdom through holy speech.
And Tangan Naji, and the Jason order in my own Chipachi Janche, and then Suzu Lika, and then Suzu Ligan and any the Indra Arapati number. And the Tayam Pa or short beyond 2 oil partony, Shochi Javasana Chebala, Tamji, and the Taya Shochi Javasana Chebala, and then Chebanam, Zungakan number Dini, and the Suzulila Atamne, and the Suzuga, and the Kane Trajitavanam, the Mandava shipping sharp, and the Saba Topson Hill, some go with the rest.
And then again, same visualization of the light flowing down from the Lama Tsongkhapa into disciple, and then entering into you. And then as he enters into you, the light transforms into a letter, Om Arapatanadi, the mantra Om Arapatanadi. And then from
did me watch Arapata Chubarisha. Did
just Arapatana.
Yeah.
Without the D is the seed syllable, without the D, just Arapatana. And then from there, the light emanates out to the 10 directions of the Buddhas. And then from the Buddhas of the 10 direction, the light, same kind of light, comes in the form of, again, the mantra, from the mantra Arapatana, which through which you receive the blessings, of the clear wisdom, of knowing everything clearly and exactly as they are.
Oh, yeah.
Geshe, is this light also orange?
Yeah, orange. Martha.
Yeah, same, orange, yeah.
And can you say the mantra slowly? I'm not sure which one it is. Spell
Arapatana.
it.
Arapatana, the Manjushri mantra?
Oma Rapajana.
Yeah,
Some people may not know it.
Oh.
Huh?
Some people may not know what it is.
Arapatana.
So Tida, so the Arapata the tissue that you wrote.
Yeah. Arapatana.
It's okay. Whatever you hear, you can just write down like that. Okay?
No.
뭐야 다 대건 대산하나 안에 송고는 혈압 싸워서대 다 둘씩 공고서라 와서 공단한테.
And so you have to, I think this is how you should meditate, to develop that clear wisdom through the Holy Speech.
아주 다 선바 툭 사변이고네 아니 혈압 열받아 봐서 돼 말이야.
And then the third one is how to develop a swift wisdom through the sixth syllable of the heart.
오다 단계 담아도 지금 봐야 아니 라야 아니 혈압지 아니 오더라 마세치 넘버 두스 쇼베 아니 랑글이라톰 대두즈대야 이게 디게 넘버 이게 디 마세치 넘버 지네 아니 쇼지 아니 파안투지 안테 자와서다 쳐발란초 자와서다 집에 아니 혈압 넘버 아니 사번 그 넘버 지네 아니 수술이라 수술되네 아니 수술고 마토바나 로버토바 아니 태섬 쪼비 혈압 아니 녀바 톱송 냠베 아니 대냠기 냠고 공고서 봤어.
마토바 로버토바
마토바다 태섬 마토 로톡 태섬 마토바다 로버토바다 태섬 대쪽에가는 혈압 녀바 톱송 냠고 그랬어.
And then, so same like before, do the visualization of the light flowing down, the orange light flowing down from Lama Zopa into disciple and enter into you. And as it comes to your heart and turns into a syllable D, the sixth syllable D. And then from the sixth syllable D, again, the light emanates from your heart towards the 10 directions of the Buddha. And then, with that, the light, and imagine hooking back, all the wisdoms, the swift wisdoms, of from all the Buddhas, of the 10 direction, in the form of letter sixth syllable D, and that dissolves into you, and then thereby then you receive this swift wisdom. The swift wisdom, is the wisdom that knows what is not known, or known incorrectly. Yeah, so knowing correctly those that are known incorrectly. And then also those that you had a doubt about, so all your doubts gets cleared. So that's called the swift wisdom. So imagine that you received the swift wisdom in that way.
Okay.
And we still recite Mixama the whole time?
Yeah. Sayad Mixama res. Sayad Mixama.
So what you're reciting is Mixama, yes.
대신신데 주면집에 공부점방향 도공모는 주도 선례나 강신집에 투자동가가 로상 잡히잖아서 되지. 다 되라니. 아니 인멸이 샤랍사데 도스적 거도 와서 듯하대.
So that's, I think, how you should develop, the swift wisdom.
다 저와 아니 사비 샤랍사 듯하래. 사비 샤랍.
And then the fourth one, is how to develop a profound wisdom.
다 듯하대 아니 샹생게 나바지네 듣고 그래서.
And so that is developed, through the symbols, the instruments.
아 단계 나지에 전에 아니 단다고데 슝 말씀 나바죠. 대 슝에 아니 소소리라 아탐. 아니 소소리가 나네 대 아니 이든 잠배가 샬라 라데지와 라데티가 나바죠. 대래 고도 쇼죠 저기 자다 세다 제비가 아니 사비가 아니 캐럽남 아니 샹센 아니 라데가 나바지 투요는 소소리라 아탐. 되게 존도 셔발라 뚜바메비 아니 사비 샤랍 톱송원님베 아니 제고도 왔어.
신대제가?
용 것도다.
No.
jundan jebala ani tubamela jematwe.
And so now again, same as before, imagine a light emanating from the Lama Tsongkhapa into the disciple, an orange color light coming into you, and then as it reaches to your heart, that light turns into the hand symbol of Manjushri, which is the sword, right, the wisdom sword, and so that turns into a sword, the wisdom sword of Manjushri, and then from there again light emanates towards the 10 directions of the Buddhas, and then from there, and then Buddhas, you imagine receiving this profound wisdom, from all the Buddhas of the 10 directions in the form of wisdom sword. And then it comes in, and then you receive, dissolves into you, and now thereby you have received or developed that profound wisdom, that wisdom that knows all the profundities, all the meanings of the profound texts.
오야 다 무슨 더 좋아. 매매저에 대신 현재도 좀 오마자마야 너 보면은 저도 선배나 같이 하게 되게 동거가 그래서 답이 잘 나서 왔는데 Oh yeah. Tate any sapi sharp time, but sapi sharp said.
So that's the way to develop profound wisdom.
Tate Julangawate, any Taya chanta lebum jigone, any chepi sharp tangoris.
And then now the fifth one, is the way to develop a great wisdom through the hand symbol, the scripture.
Tate tango the chipachi bachi, any Jose any Jabs Mahashon, any Tedu number chin, any Suzolatum, Suzu Natambada, any Cheji lebum numberchi, Chesozo in check lebum jirwa, take a number chain, and the Rosu Shoshan too, and the Java Sanjeda, T say. Sami and Chebran Jeviga, Lebum with Nambachin and Susul Tutor. Any Jung Sudun Kulaya, any Karwata, and Nebatopiga, any Chepi Sharp Tops on Yabayan, or two Chimimatanko.
And then again, same as before, visualize light emanating from the Lama Tsongkhapa into the Sabal in the form of orange light, and dissolving into you as it comes into you. Then that turns into a scripture that you are expounding, and then from there the light emanates again, towards the 10 directions of the Buddha, and then all this the great wisdom of the Buddha. All the Buddhas of the 10 directions come in the form of a scripture, and then dissolves into you, and thereby then you have developed this great wisdom, the great wisdom that is able to comprehend or understand, all the words and meanings, just as they are. So that's the way to develop great wisdom.
Any 다 주바 쪼비셔럽 잡다지 그랬다. 먼저 쪼봤어요.
Zubishla.
어.
And then the sixth one is way to develop the wisdom of debate.
다들 저다데 아니 당간도 고송 투지 아니 사벤지 아니 잠베가 다 샹자 라다당 아니 레범 차단 로사인 봐. 다 아니 라데든 콜이나 바치네 아니 공고가 그랬어.
Rati, ki shirabdi.
아 샤르데 샤르 그라데든 콜이나 바치네.
And so now the way to develop this the wisdom of debate, is by again doing the same visualization and of the light emanating from the Lama Zopa Rinpoche disciple, and then coming down in the form, and then into your body, and then it becomes takes in a turn, and it turns into a shape of a wheel.
대바지 아니 테네 고제 파암 아니 자와서 다치 말아 포 테나네가 아니 쪼비 샤랍 간나 바지네 소소로 츠템네 나 소소gel라 쪼비 샤랍
콜론 넘버. 쪼비 샤랍도 콜론 넘버 츠템라.
아니 쪼비 말 콜로데 쪼비 샤랍 나 바지 츠템 담봉 콜로시도 와 콜로 솔텀 아니 콜로레 고연 존데 베게게 아니 쪼비 샤랍도 양 츠소로 소소로 킹오다
콜론 넘버. 쪼비 샤랍도 콜론 넘버 츠템 거다.
레슨 콜론 넘버 츠템
네, 아니.
콜로나바 수요점네 아니 소소gel라티가레 아니 쪼비 샤랍 알 달랍체와 톱송오냐베 공구도.
And then so again, the light emanates, from that wheel at your heart, towards the 10 direction, and then hook back, all the wisdom of debate, from all the Buddhas in the form of wheel, and then that dissolves into you. And now you have, imagine that you have developed this very strong wisdom of debate. And so that's how you develop, the wisdom of debate.
다 뒤에는 다 둠바데는 좀비시랑 거 좀자 대시랍들 타요. 그래서
And then the seventh one, is the way to develop the wisdom of composition.
다대 바제 아니 단다 샨세 라드당 콜로니게 나바치네 뜻도 바파군도.
And so that one, is visualized in the form of both sword and the wheel.
어디 대진에 다는 뜻 이나 뜻 쇼치 아니 뜻 소돌라탐 아니 소소응네 아니 레범는 콜로 나바치네 아니 사제도 쇼셔서 뭐 쇼치서 뭐 바. 레범다라니가 고다 인가.
레범다라지 고라.
야.
콜로요 말아.
요만 콜로요 말이.
아니.
아니 대화는 이제 아니 레범 라디 나바지 소소로 마탐. 소소 마툼 사바다 아니 더서나 소소 마도 소소 사네 아니 때 레범다 라딘 콜로 나바치네. 아니 쇼치 반투. 아니 되게 아니 자와서다 제베게 아니 좀비게 샤랍도서 아니 레범다 라디게 나바지는 소소로 튜탐네 소소질라 다나 자도 템포도 초발라 아니 사바시베 좀비게 샤랍 푸도 좀 토종 삼보게다 그래서.
And so it's not the sword and the wheel, but it's the scripture and the wheel and the sword. Okay, so like before, imagine or visualize light, orange light emanating from the heart of Lama Tsongkhapa into the disciple and descending into you, and then it turns into the the hand symbol, the sword and the scripture. And then from there, the light emanates towards the 10 directions of the Buddhas, and then receive all the wisdom of composition, from all the Buddhas of the 10 directions in a form of scripture and sword, and that dissolves into you, into you, and then thereby you develop this the wisdom of composition, being able to compose all kinds of writings and scriptures.
아니 대지노샤 레범는 콜로니가 되면도 레범된 콜로 나버리죠. 레범은 콜로니가 되면도 레범된 콜로 나버리더래요.
레범다 라디니리.
라디고인데 라디면도 레범 주고 맞거든. 레범된 콜로 나버지.
So that's a mistaken. Not both scripture and the sword, but scripture in the form of will.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
다 대주들랑도 빠데타벨라만 대쇼 아니 디칼라야 아니 담보 다그 15배면들라 거든 고속 투중으로 사듯어 안 다그 니가 배면들라 거든 샹초 고속 투중으로 사듯어 아니야 다그 니가 아니 샹초 녀부 받아 때문에 쇼세 아니 너나도 둔다고 그랬어.
So now, Jennifer, can you display that the verse, for the glorious Guru verse? And so now you're going to do the recitation of this all glorious and precious root guru. So the first verse, you visualize the Lama Tsongkhapa, coming into your crown, and then after that, enter into your heart during the second and the third verses of recitation. Alright.
What the machine do namju do that to that. Teenage kanji and the sharp dun jatan de yan de pa de pema jane ya jatando. Yan tem suzu karel mubachane te jane ashi andus.
So this is one way of developing those 7 wisdoms, right? There's a different way. You can do one by one like this, or you can do all together. So many different ways, whichever suits for you, you can do that way. And then after that, is the dissolving of the guru.
Cheta tanade ane jiten jambe yanda ane Lama Tsongkhapa ngoye medan ane sharap japta de bare. Tande mixe me gone sharap japta pe mezwe ane sharap tangone tane dwet le isar.
And so this is a very profound way of developing these great 7 wisdoms, through seeing Lama Tsongkhapa inseparable, from Manjushri.
Okay, that tambo patin sawe lama tende ane tene chudo tebara de chita.
ene karate tanda karate manzo data so timgorada.
알레레 땡게 제로다. 제다다 두체네 야 탐다 뭐다. 아니 페나 아니 지름 보치가 yap선인데 지름 보자 반템. 아니 지름 보치가 거기 나바치네. 아니 소소 쇼라 소도 아니 소소라 마탐다시 요레스. 야 아니 지름 보치라 반템. 아니 지름 보치가 거기 나바치네. 자와 샴바고 둘라 야 탐다시 요레스.
알레 거기 나발라. 예.
아 거기 나바로치 야 자와 샴베 둘라 야
제충레 간데레 이게 왜 나발라.
그래 다 제조 파 거기 나바 좋고라 대도.
오래 이게 다 소소란다 닌가라 소소닌가라 여상 거라다.
그때서는
소소닌가라 여상 거라다. 맞는
제주는 소소라 쓰면 소소 삼라까지 뭐 예매도 계속 사바로로.
예, 다 이나 소소 투가라 여상 거 소소기다.
야.
투가라 여상 거라.
야야야.
So now again, for the glorious guru, the precious root guru part, you visualize, you have visualized Lama Tsongkhapa with 2 disciples, right? So now the 2 disciples dissolves into Lama Tsongkhapa from each side, and then Lama Tsongkhapa also becomes smaller and smaller, and then comes down to your crown, and then through that, and then the first recitation, and then second and third recitation comes down and takes a place in your heart. So Geshe is saying that that's one way of doing. There's other ways also before it comes down. While you have visualized Lama Tsongkhapa in the space in front of you, you can just dissolve back into Buddha Maitreya's heart.
Okay. 다다나 빠데나 타야마데 마친 도하셔더라.
And so now you do the visualization of Lama Tsongkhapa dissolving into you, just like it is in the verse. So recite that verse and then do the visualization. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Bob. You can recite.
Glorious and precious root guru, pray, take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness, bestow attainments of body, speech, mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray, take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray, take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness until supreme awakening remain steadfast.
Okay. Tate ani mixe madan jebe ani sharap jatan kores. Tamju jo murche. Okay.
That's about developing wisdom, in relation to the prayer mitzema.
ani 태양 해 나라가 소주 좀 말해. 대안에 저저 봉하게 ani mixe mege 다 곰잡다 디나라도 잡아야 몰라.
So this is I extracted from the scripture, by Pabonga Rinpoche. book. So it's not something made up by myself, but from the text.
제가 남중간도 믹스만 뭐 쪼고요 봐. 믹스만 뭐 쪼고갈 단단한도 라야도 근데 차상 받는 직니 같은데 저는 직사로 야 보여서 와.
And so, like, we do this practice all the time, right? Especially when we gather together for teachings, we do this all the time. And so, if we do it, this way, then that becomes more beneficial.
제자네 내려가블이야 믹스만 마부 다야 탑시다 맞아 봤지. 또다 특된 삼바 땅이 그거한테 되는 것이 보여서.
So at this time, at the time like this, not caring about how many numbers you count, but paying more attention on the visualization part. But we always tend to care about the numbers, right? Not about the quality, but the quantity, right? And so we always say, "Oh no, I have to recite this many times." So push that number. And so actually, should do very slowly, with the clear visualization as much as possible.
Okay. Then if you have some questions, you can write down, because right now I have to go other place. You can write down, we could do next time. Then you can finish the prayer, okay?
Thank you very much, Geshe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
I hope this is better than, we talk about the old religions.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay, thank you.